잠시 한국에서 영국 기업에 일하는 독특한 직장인 브이로그.
And here we are. Hello. It's so beautiful today. So here we are at Anmok.
This is one of my favorite cafes in Anmok. They have such a beautiful array of delicious goods. And today, this is where I'll be sitting. When I come here, this is what I order. Almond Lattee. It's to die for. Beautiful whipped cream on top with pieces of almond. So I'm going to spend a couple hours here in the morning to get all my ideas straightened for my upcoming project for my work. Now, I'm going to head home. When I get back to my home office, the first thing I do is to light up this candle and then turn on my humidifier. Here in Korea, it gets too dry in the winter that I can't live without a humidifier. It was never a problem when I was living in London, but now that I'm temporarily back in South Korea, I always have to have my humidifier on. So now I'm back in my home office and I'm going to get started on my work now. So this is a screen that you see. This is a Chrome extension for productivity and it's called Momentum, and it's been one of my favorite extensions. It starts with this beautiful screen and it says good morning Saemi, so it's just such a nice way to start your work, and it always comes with an inspiring quote on the bottom. And today it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, it's what we do consistently. Very good, right? So, and then on the side, just disregard the content, but basically that's my to-do list for today, which I typed in yesterday. So this Chrome extension is just great for anybody who wants to, start your work in a nice, productive atmosphere. So I highly recommend it. For the meeting, I try to put a bit of makeup on. Sometimes I have no makeup on, and our work culture is very casual. A lot of people just show up with their sweatshirts or whatever, just like very comfortable clothes. And it's not always so that I am dressed up, but sometimes it's nice to dress up and put nice makeup on, because I think work from home or digital nomad, just like working a lot on computer, sometimes it makes you feel very isolated, and I want to feel like, I'm gonna get going, I'm gonna go into my office, and I like that feeling, so that's why I am putting a bit of a makeup on today. And yeah, so let's get started. This is my work journal, and I took it out before I start my day. So basically I write down all the to-do list for today, and I also type that in my Google extension Momentum, and in that way it just keeps me on track, what to finish and what to achieve today. And and I always write down my meeting notes on this notepad, and it's just really great because I just stick it in right underneath my laptop risers. So now let's get to work. So right now I'm researching, trying to organize my first big project. So just gathering a lot of data beforehand. And of course that means long hours of sitting down in front of my computer.
Earlier, any interaction with the emergency services.
That's cool. That's cool.
Can you zoom in?
Mm-hmm.
That's something else that we try.
Is it?
There is the light.
Like, I'm trying to connect Earth Day that's coming up in April 22nd, and I think it's a pretty good time span right now that we could prepare.
Why don't you make a little film? It's like the same thing.
Yeah, so sort of like an Academy Awards, like where.
This.
Okay.
I might literally message them and see if there's going to be, and then we can like.
Johnny's in there. We know what to do.
Okay.
Bye.
Or if not, see you on Monday. What just said.
After a meeting, I needed a break. So here you see my usual go-to mug. I'm making myself some tea. And today I'm gonna have this English rose tea from Wittod. You see these beautiful rose petals? I love the sound when I pour hot water into my cup. Now I'm back to my office. And I have made myself Wittod rose English tea, and it smells so good. Oh, if you have never tried Wittod tea, I highly recommend it. It's been one of my favorite brands ever since I started living in London. So, now I have a call in about 15 minutes with a prospective student who is considering applying for LSE. I usually don't have time to do consulting lately, but I'm considering doing some new projects which are going to be related to my entrepreneurial project, and once things become more concrete, then I'll share with you guys more. But for now, I'm going to get on the call and enjoy my tea. I don't think there is a straight up answer to that. It's like you just do it. You just do it. Completely different set of skills, you know. I mean, you said you have been working for 3-4 years now. It's going to be like a lot of reading, a lot of journal articles, a lot of, strands of different things that you have to get back into. Get a reference letter from your managers or your line managers from your work. That's absolutely fine. But I think it would be helpful if you could get at least one academic reference letter. I can't remember if LSE requires 2 or 3 recommendation letters. But yeah, at least get one from your university. A lot of people just go straight into media, journalism, or consulting, analyst positions like media analyst, data policy. People go into all sorts of different areas. Very few people go into further studies afterwards. I think with the UK education system nowadays, it seems like it's a trend now that people, graduate with their, undergrad degrees and then goes to another master's. It's just so prevalent that people just do it. It's like they're a lot younger. They also have many difficulties trying to find a job after undergrad, so they go straight into master's if they can financially afford it. So that's the kind of the trend that I was seeing, early 20s. Yeah. I think it's the same in any elite institutions. There is a certain culture of elitism, which I obviously did not like, do not respect, but certain people come with those kind of mindsets. And I think with the pandemic, it was even harder because we were studying all in isolated environments. So, if we had better outlets or platforms where we could connect better, that would have been, nicer. Because I did my undergrad in the US, and it's a completely different story. I gained invaluable knowledge, and without having to live in London and also study at LSE with all the scholars that I've met, it wouldn't have been possible. So in terms of the quality of education, there's no doubt that you will get the best. And also professors, it's kind of like all on you to connect with the professor, communicate with the professor. That was the best thing for me Like I learned so much from just everyone who came from like, I don't know, France, Nigeria, Kenya, Japan, Russia, like everywhere. And everybody comes with a different experience, if with different backgrounds. It's just so interesting. Like there was this one girl who was working for a Japanese ambassador, a diplomatic ambassador, and she got a grant from her country to study in London while she is also like she was working with some other organization in Sweden. So she was like flying back and forth, Sweden and London during the pandemic. I don't know how she did it, but anyways, yes, she did it. And yeah, it's just really interesting to get to meet people who have so many diverse experiences. You're welcome. And yeah, have a great day. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Okay, so now that wraps up the day of my life as a digital nomad. It is about 12 a.m. over here. I'm pretty tired, but it was a very good day, very productive one, and I can't wait for the weekend. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao!